You want to ask this question. You need to ask this question. Hi lovelies, if this is your first time, my name is Popsann and I'm the founder of Women Healing Together. This is the channel where we deal with all things women and I help women to achieve the 4 E's. Here they are. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I know that it will add value to your life. Please remember to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up. Let us talk below in the comments and don't forget to share. We're still in the vein of this great layoff that's happening. Again, so many of our sisters are losing their jobs, and you may feel quite demoralized right now. You may feel as if there is nothing going on for you. In this video, I'm going to share with you some ways that you could take back your power in a job interview. Maybe you're looking for a new job. Maybe you have just been made redundant and you're searching for other opportunities. Maybe you're coming out of high school or even university and you want to take back your power. I'm going to share with you some questions to ask in an interview. Let's begin. I would love to tell you a story. About 4 years ago, I migrated from Jamaica to the United States of America. And subsequent to that, my husband and I moved to Canada. It was a new landscape, new environment, the culture was new. All my previous working experience had been in Jamaica as a teacher, where I taught for almost a decade. I was nervous, I was anxious, but I was also ready and waiting for an opportunity. To cut a long story short, a wonderful Canadian company called Desire to Learn, D2L, saw the potential and welcomed me on the team. After getting the job, I remember having a conversation with my then manager, Jennifer Tisdale. I love you, girl. She said, well, I said to her, Jen, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And she responded, I didn't give you an opportunity. You showed up. You showed out. You represented yourself. Kudos to you. That for me was something that's totally different. In fact, I would say it's transformational. So different from what I was used to back home. There was really and truly no appreciation for teachers. I seldom heard thank you from my supervisor. Fast forward, I have a new manager now, Sylvie, my birthday twin, and my team lead, Sean. I've heard so many times from Sylvie and Sean, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. I'm like, huh? Really? D2L has taught me and has shown me that as an employee, you have power. You are appreciated, you're loved, and you're valued. But first, you have to believe that. And it starts with going in that interview. Truth is, money is very, very important, but it is not the most important thing. There are some questions that you need to ask your interviewer to ensure that you are being introduced to a culture that's not toxic. You will have team leads and team members that are willing to value you as a person. These questions, and I'm taking my time with this video because I really want us to appreciate the power we have, because we do have something to bring to the table. There is a reason that your resume was chosen. There's a reason for you getting that call. There's a reason that you have an interview scheduled. You are a big deal. Make sure that you know that you have something to offer. First question that you should never be shy to ask your prospective employer/interviewer is this. What value does your company offer? Why wouldn't I want to leave? This sends a strong message that you know that you are valuable, that you know that you will be a perfect addition to the team. And so you want them to know that. You want them to know, without being arrogant and ostentatious, that you know your value and they don't want to lose you. Ching ching. Have you ever done an interview and towards the end you're asked, do you have any questions? These 6 questions are actually questions that you can ask. They're deep questions that send the message that you are thinking, you're problem solving, that you know what your value is, and you want to have the right fit with that company or organization. So question number 2 is, what is your culture like here? Is it a healthy, supportive culture? Remember, we all want more money. I could do with some more money, but if you're being paid $1 million and the work environment and culture is toxic, and in Jamaica we would say crab in a barrel mentality. If you put crabs in a barrel or put them in a bucket, as soon as one ascends, another will pull the other crab down. You do not want to be in that environment. I've worked in such an environment for far too long. You know, I heard a story once and it completely blew my mind. There was this person, graduated, he went in an interview and he asked the interviewer question number 3. How do you support your workers? How do you support your employees? And the interviewer blew a fuse. He became Hulk. He said, how could you ask me that question? You have no right. When you become an employee, you will find out. That is such a red flag. Even if they were paying me $1 billion, it's hard though, but I would definitely not want to work with that person. It is your right to know how a prospective employer will support you. After all, you are a human being, or are they seeing you as just a machine? Clock in, clock out, bye, goodbye. That's one of the things I'm so grateful for working with my present company. I'm not just a trainer, I'm Popsann. When I cry, they cry. When I'm happy, they're happy. I constantly hear this question, how can we support you? How can we be there for you? I was blown away when I started working at Desire to Learn, and Jen, my then manager, said to me, how do you receive appreciation? I have never heard that before. How do I receive appreciation? I was just used to signing in, doing my job with all the passion and all the exuberance and giving it my all, clocking out and not even a thank you. You want to ask this question. You need to ask this question. How do you support your employees? If you're being interviewed by a direct supervisor, a great question that you can ask is, what would your coworkers or your subordinates say about your leadership style? Do they hesitate? Do they have to think about it? Or do they send the message, how dare you ask me that? This is a very important question. There are different expectations because there are different types of leaders. There's the autocratic leader, breathing down your neck, spewing commands, they micromanage, you have no scope to breathe. Is that someone you'd like to work for? Is that an environment that you can thrive? Some persons may thrive in that environment. They need to be given specific directions in order to function. But I'm going to burst your bubble. In this working environment and landscape, nobody wants to have people they have to babysit, not even autocratic leaders. There's also laissez-faire. I remember when I started working at my present company, my manager then told me, and my manager now, I am not here to supervise anyone. We are all professionals. I expect you to do your job. It does not mean that they do not hold us accountable. It doesn't mean that we don't have hard conversations. But at least I know I can work with such a leadership style. Ask the question. You'll be surprised at the answer you get or don't get. Have you ever heard the term onboarding? It was new to me in 2020. You must ask this question. What is your onboarding process like? A strong company, a strong organization must have an onboarding process. That is how new employees become acclimatized to the work environment. That is how you understand processes and procedures. You're not going around like a headless chicken trying to find out who to contact, where to go, and what to ask. You need a strong onboarding process at the outset. If the organization does not have a strong onboarding process, or maybe none at all, then that is something that you really need to consider. A lot of time is going to be spent in lost productivity. It shows that they're organized, that they're ready to go, and they're investing in you at the onset to ensure you have the skills ready to hit the ground running to be the best person that you can be. Before I share the last point in this video, remember, good leaders, effective leaders, efficient leaders are not afraid of questions. They are not afraid to think outside the box. So if you ask these questions and you get a roadblock, that may be a strong indication that that is not the place for you. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what you're seeing so far. Give the video a thumbs up, comment, and don't forget to share. There is a sister or even a brother who is waiting to hear these tips. Let's go on to tip number. Is there opportunity for growth? This is a big, big question. And when you think about opportunity for growth, it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to become CEO of the company, that you want to become principal. Everybody has a different career path. But growth is what it is, growth. Will you grow as a professional? Will your skill set increase? Is there upward mobility? If that's your goal, that's fine. Is there upward mobility in that organization or company? You need to know. At the end of the day, so many of us are ambitious. We don't want to be stagnant. We want to grow. We want to explore. We want to develop. The next time you are called to an interview and you're asked the question, do you have any questions? You will know exactly what to ask to ensure that both yourself and that organization or employment opportunity are compatible. Go for it. Remember, we heal so much better when we heal together. Until next time, toodles.